Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Whenever you're listening, this is your Ranger Sports Report. I am Seth Lopez, followed by my colleague,
Ryan Harris.
How's it going, Ryan?
Very good. What about you?
I'm great. Welcome back to the show. So excited to start season 2 of Ranger Sports Report, and today I feel like we started off right. We're going to talk to Jocelyn and Ryan as well as Antonella Cardenas about their tennis season going on right now. And then I'm going to hand it over to Ryan to talk about some upcoming sports this week. But before we start that, I would like to give a little shout out to our sports department here at the Redwood Gigantea. They came out with a great gym update story. It was a team effort. I was a part of it. I know Emma Jenin was a part of it, and so many more impactful people in the story, and I think you guys should read it. It's a great story. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Guys, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I've been on the girls' tennis team since my freshman year. I'm a senior, and I've been playing tennis since I was 9 years old, and a fun fact about me is I'm allergic to peanuts.
Hello, I'm Antonella Cardenas. I've been playing tennis since I was 5 years old. I'm a junior, and I've been in Redwood since my sophomore year. I am from Venezuela, and I arrived to the U.S. when I was 13 years old.
Oh, interesting. Have you been playing? Did you play tennis in Venezuela?
Yes, since I was 5, and then when I was 13, I stopped for like a year until I found an academy here in the U.S.
Okay. My first question for you guys is, how do you feel like your season has been going this year?
We've had some ups and downs, but the season, I think, has been pretty solid from all the change we've had to make because of all the seniors leaving last year and us just developing a new team.
Yeah, I feel like this season has actually been pretty good. I'm really proud of our team and how far we have come since the summer and how much we have improved. And even though we have had some downs and ups and downs, I feel like we've come back and stronger every single time.
Redwood girls tennis has a big legacy throughout the town and the valley. Do you feel that pressure on your shoulders, or you just try to do what you can do?
Definitely feel some pressure. It's been kind of stressful, but I think it'll be fine because we have such a big record that it doesn't really matter what happens. It's just the legacy will always be there. So
yeah, I feel like every time we went to the court, there's always in the back of our minds, but we always try our best every single time just to keep it going and to make really this season the best it can be each time. And the legacy is definitely there under pressure a little bit, too.
Is there any goals you guys have for this season?
Definitely to come out strong in league and get as far as we can in playoffs. Yeah,
our goal is to win the UAL tournament, just to get another one. After last year's, it was a tie, and this year we want to get it just for Redwood. That's a goal, and just to finish strong and finish proud of ourselves for doing this season.
Cool. Tennis kind of has a weird format. You don't play games every single week like football. There's tournaments and there's events. Do you want to explain a little bit about it? How's the format?
So in the beginning of the season, we went to a lot of preseason games, and we just did a bunch of those. We probably had 2 a week, and
yes,
we did 2 tournaments. We had the
California Invitational and the California Open, I think it's called, and then the Visalia Invitational.
The Visalia Invitational. And ever since those 2, we did pretty solid in those, and then we just have 2 matches every week, so for league.
Yeah, out of those tournaments, it's they're mostly in the beginning of the season, and during preseason, we play mostly schools that would help us gain experience towards those tournaments.
You guys are also doubles, correct?
Yes.
So what is it like going from is singles first or doubles first? So what is it like from going to singles, finishing singles, and then you have to go to doubles right after? It never really ends, huh?
It never really ends. For me, it takes me a few minutes just to get adjusting myself to the course. You have a smaller space, and you have to figure out where you want to hit the ball. In singles, you have that open space that you can do basically do whatever you need to do with the ball. In doubles, you kind of have to think about your partner and when and where the other person is, because there's one in the back and one in the front.
I think doubles is just another shot of trying to get another win. Like, say you do bad in your singles match, you want to come back and try to win your doubles match. And if you do good in your singles match, you want to continue going strong and win your doubles match to help your team out. So,
yes.
What are some challenges that you guys have faced this year?
One challenge, well,
yeah.
just recently we had lost our number three player.
Number 3 player.
She dislocated her knee in our Porterville match,
This
and
Tuesday.
she'll probably be out for a while. So that's taken a huge toll on our lineup and how we're gonna play against other schools. So,
especially in the upcoming tournaments like Area, Bally, and the EYL.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys developing around the injury?
We're basically just moving up our ladder, and we need to find a better formation for doubles is really what we're scared of. And just Emma was a really big, strong suit for our team. Just her match would get us in a higher
her match in singles
score.
She was
schools.
Her singles match would always be the one you would count for. She would always win. She's very competitive. So around this injury, we just moved up whoever we need to move to on the ladder, and then we're just practicing in doubles to see which ones are our strongest shots into winning and doing our best in the tournaments.
Jocelyn, you're a 2-sport athlete here. You play tennis and as well as soccer. How do you balance it? Can you tell me a little bit?
So I play year-round soccer and just fall tennis. So what I do is I'll focus on tennis in the fall, and then in the winter I'll go to school soccer, and then through spring through to fall I play club soccer. So right now I'm balancing basically club soccer and tennis. I'll go to practice for tennis, and then I'll have to go straight to soccer after. But I've gotten used to it. I've gotten the hang of it, and it's kind of just a routine for me now.
Antonella, can you tell us a little bit about coming here from Venezuela? Is the tennis different? Was it pretty much you came here and you caught right on, or was there a little bit of a learning curve here?
There was definitely a little bit of a learning curve. So I arrived when I was 13, and I lived in Arizona for 3 years, and I've been here in Visalia for 1 year. So I've just been here for 4 years. And when I got back into tennis, it was definitely different, the coaching and how they did the classes and how they managed the team and everything. So it was just getting used to that process and just being able to learn how they do it here. But after you get the hang of it, it becomes pretty fun and exciting to be at. Yeah.
All right, thank you, guys. I'm going to pass it on to Ryan for some upcoming games this week.
This October 17th, girls golf at area qualifier is going on. And then the following Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. we have girls freshman volleyball versus Golden West, and JV water polo at Porterville at 4:30 as well. And at 5:30 we have girls JV volleyball versus Golden West, varsity water polo at Porterville, and 6:30 we have boys varsity water polo also at Porterville, and 6:30 we have girls varsity volleyball versus Golden West, and 7:30 we have boys JV water polo at Porterville, and 10 a.m. we have girls varsity tennis at EYL championship, and 3 p.m. we have co-ed JV cross country versus Visalia cluster, and at the same time co-ed varsity cross country versus Visalia cluster. And at 4:30 p.m. we have girls freshman volleyball at Mount Whitney, and girls JV water polo at Monache same time. At 5 o'clock boys freshman football versus Golden West. 5:30 JV volleyball at Mount Whitney, and varsity water polo at Monache girls. At 6:30 we have boys varsity water polo at Monache, and girls varsity volleyball at Monache, and 7:30 boys JV water polo at Monache. And the Friday boys varsity water polo at DeLong Invitational and girls varsity water polo at Monster Cup, and at 5 boys JV football versus Golden West, and at 7:30 we have boys varsity football versus Golden West, and that's your sports for next week.
Okay. I would like to thank everyone right now who's listening, as well as Jocelyn and Antonella for coming on. That's all I have for today. Get sporty.